Okay, people. So I've just been to the cinema to see Skyfall, the latest Bond film, Bond 23. Um, it's 50 years since the Bond franchise kicked off. But anyway, this isn't about a history lesson of the Bond franchise. This is about something else. And just so you know in advance, it's going to be a bit of a rant. Okay, so I watched the film, enjoyed the film mostly. I thought it was pretty good. I'd give it a strong 7, 8 out of 10. I won't give any spoilers. I'll just say it's worth watching in my opinion. And I enjoyed it. I wasn't disappointed. It's with one or two exceptions, but I won't mention those in this video because I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it. But what I would like to talk about is something that's really, 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 really fucking annoying. And there's no other way to put it. And that is people talking throughout the goddamn film. And tonight that was the situation. Now, I managed to watch the film and enjoy it to an extent that these people didn't ruin the entire thing for me. But nevertheless, it was there. And no doubt my cinema going experience would certainly have been better without it. Um, this wasn't loud talking. This was whispering, sort of. It was a couple sitting next to me, and just every minute, literally every minute, it was this little yammering, little whispering away. God knows what they were saying. They weren't speaking in English. I don't know what they were saying, but um, if people come into the UK, I don't know if this is a cultural thing. I know people in the US get annoyed by it, so I don't know if it's only English-speaking countries whereby this is a thing. But if you're coming to the UK, please know that talking in the cinema is considered rude. I think these people may have been Spanish. No offense to Spanish people watching, but I did recognize some of the words. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, it's just bloody rude. I've had British people do it as well. But, maybe in some Latin countries it is more normal to speak in the cinema. Maybe someone could confirm that, if it is or it isn't. Anyway, if it is a cultural thing, that doesn't matter, because in the UK it's considered rude. Um, and, I'm not a totalitarian. I'm not talking about people talking a little bit at the start and then maybe small little comment 20 minutes later or something. No, I'm talking about a constant noise in the fucking background. And it's just so disrespectful. Other people pay to watch the film. The damn film, I was going to say. Um, that's what they pay for. They don't pay to hear your goddamn voice. And you may think whispering makes it better. No, it doesn't. If anything, that's more annoying. I'd almost rather you spoke loudly so that everyone in the cinema could see how disrespectful you're being. And then they could get you kicked out. Because it's just so childish and unfair on other people. Do you really think we're paying to hear your voice? No, we're not. We're paying to watch the film. And so should you be. If you don't understand something, okay, wait until afterwards. Check with your boyfriend or girlfriend. And they can confirm it. Look it up on Wikipedia, whatever. But don't talk during a thing. Don't ruin it for other people. And I know I'm not the only one that feels like this. It drives me nuts, actually. It's seriously, on the list of annoying things, listening to people talk in the cinema has to be pretty near the top. And I want to clarify this. I'm not talking about one small comment, maybe every half hour, which would be acceptable. I'm talking about constant background noise. I'm thinking, shut the fuck up. Just, ah. And I didn't confront these people. A, because I don't like confrontation, but B, because if I confronted them, then I would be the one talking. I'd make it worse for people behind me. But you would think that body language would give people a hint. If you're in the cinema and you're talking, and you think it's just minor, but someone beside you is making clear noises of disapproval, like that means they're obviously annoyed about something. And if you have a brain in your head, you'll work out what it is. Your mouth. Just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. It's just so It drives me nuts. And you know, sometimes body language isn't enough. I've taken an approach before when this has happened of glaring at people as if to say, yes, I'm looking at you, shut up. Now, the couple tonight, I think they were just being ignorant. I don't think they were trying to wind me up. But on another night, I again, it was a couple, and they were having some domestic issue beside me. They were British, incidentally, so I knew actually what the subject was about, because I couldn't escape their rhetoric. And I did actually speak to them at one point. I said, "Look, I'm trying to watch a film," and they kept talking. That's no. I always regret I should have went to the management or whatever and had them kicked out. But what can I say? I'm not a confrontational person. I don't like it. I'm just not very. It's not my strong point. I'm working on it. Hopefully, in the future, I will be better at confrontation, because these people will keep doing it, and it's just so arrogant. And if you're one of those really annoying people that talk in the cinema, shut up, because it annoys the hell out of everyone. And you may think it's no big deal. You may think you're speaking quietly, or you know, there is a reason why you're the only people talking, because everyone else has some goddamn respect and they want to watch the film. If you don't understand a certain scene, wait till afterwards and then find out. Look it up on Wikipedia or whatever. But don't ruin the film for everyone else. And believe me, that's what it does. This constant irritating whispering in the background. Shut up. It's just as annoying as someone taking a phone out and then answering it. It's equivalent. Now, very few people would do that. So what's the difference of talking among yourselves? It's just disgustingly bad manners. That really does my head in. Yeah. And they can't say they weren't warned, because a lot of cinemas nowadays do give sort of etiquette notice at the start about, respecting other customers. Especially for a film like Skyfall, where the cinema's packed out. That was a big screen, maybe several hundred people on that screen. Everyone managed to be quiet throughout the film except these people beside me. And I'm the bugger that gets stuck next to them. It's just very, very, very annoying. If you're someone who does that, why? Why do you do it? Do you enjoy annoying people? If you do, then you're pathetic, and it's going to come round. The karma's going to come round and hit you. And if you don't realise you're doing it, and you wonder, why is everyone cold with me when I go to the cinema? Maybe it's because you're talking. Maybe it's because you don't realise that the hole in your face, your mouth, is annoying other customers. And most people don't like confrontation. A lot of people will hear that and they'll, I'm a person who has a lot of patience. So I'll put up with it probably a lot more than I should. But someday I'm going to turn around and scream at someone, because it's just the height of ignorance and the height of bad manners. And these people didn't look like bad people. They didn't look like yobs or anything like that. But just very selfish mannerisms. And if it's a case that they don't quite understand something, it's no excuse, And this is just a disclaimer. In the UK, most films don't have subtitles, just so you know in advance. Sorry about that, that's just the way it is. But, if you don't understand something, you're going to not make yourself popular by talking through it. And that's it, really. That's all I've got to say, but it really does annoy me. And it's just deeply disrespectful. I think people that persistently do it should be... I've no idea how they would do this, but I do think they should be punished. Say, banned from the cinema for 6 months or something like that. But to me, that's just as rude as if you have a cigarette and you blow in someone's face, or you make jokes at a funeral, or something like that. It's just as selfish and disrespectful, and just don't. And I know I'm not the only person that thinks like this. Anyone with any common sense will get annoyed by idiots talking in the cinema. And like I say, I'm not talking about that maybe one comment every 30 minutes. That's, we're not fascists here. But I'm talking about constant talking. Shut up. It's not hard. Just shut up. And let everyone else enjoy the film. If you don't like the film, then leave. Okay. Rant over.